Next, we will move on to spore formation. What are spores? Spores are small, minute, microscopic units present in most of the organism. In this method, what is happening? Sporangia is the structure. The sporangia contains many small spores. Each spore, during favorable condition, the sporangia burst open, all the spores are released, and these spores, when fall on the substratum, grow into a new individual. So this type of reproduction also mostly seen in all the types of fungi. Fungi undergo the process of spore formation. Even some of the plants called as fern plants also form sporophylls on their leaves. If I draw the fern plant, you can see the fern plant this way, the leaf of the fern. And all the spores are attached this way, all the spores, sporophylls, what we call it as. And they are non-flowering plants, pteridophytes. Ferns belong to pteridophytes, and these are non-flowering plants. And these contains the spores on their leaves only. Fern also bear small spores, and when these spores fall on the ground, again it grow into a new fern plant. So some of the non-flowering plants also produces spores that helps in the process of reproduction. Move on to the next type of asexual reproduction, that is regeneration. What is regeneration? Regeneration is nothing but the ability of any organism to regain the lost or injured body parts. Sometimes what happens, organisms are moving somewhere due to injury, due to predation, or due to enemies are back and all, to self-defense themselves. What happens? They run away from that. During that process, they will lose their body part. So body parts can be lost, or body parts can become damaged or injured accidentally during that period. So any of the body part if lost at that time, this organism has lost its arm. This is the regeneration you can see here in starfish. But the arm develops into a new starfish, and the another starfish also develops the lost arm here. So by this we can understand that lost body parts can also develop into a new organism. And regeneration is commonly seen in starfish. Planaria, just now you have seen the example of planaria in fragmentation. Even here also planarians and starfishes have high power of regeneration. Then why have taken lizard example here? Lizards also undergo the process of regeneration. Yes, exactly. It is a leopard gecko lizard. Okay, dots will be there on it. And it has lost its tail. There is no tail to this. So the tail starts regrowing. The power of regeneration in lizards, other organisms are very low. Suppose if the lizard is cut from the head, cut from the trunk and all, can it develop into one more lizard? No. Only here you can see the tail can redevelop and the limbs can redevelop. Tail and limbs only have the capacity to redevelop. So that's the reason we can say that in lizards, power of regeneration is not very high, whereas in planaria and in starfish, power of regeneration is very high. So that's the reason even regeneration can be considered as one of the asexual reproduction, as new individual is formed. No organisms are involved. Yes, even they can undergo the process of sexual reproduction also, these organisms. Coming to the next types of asexual reproduction, again parthenogenesis. What is written here? Parthenogenesis. What do you mean by partheno? Partheno means virgin. Partheno means virgin. You know what is virgin? Yes, partheno means virgin. And genesis means, what do you mean by genesis? Genesis means to produce, to develop. Okay, genesis means to develop, to reproduce. So virgin is, that means organisms which are not fertilized, but they have the capacity to reproduce. When an unfertilized egg can develop into a baby. It can be seen in some of the organisms. Yeah, some of the organisms like bees, wasps, Ants, even ants, you know ants, yeah, bees, wasps, ants undergo the process of parthenogenesis. Males are not required here. The females only, the unfertilized egg only, okay, by using the unfertilized haploid eggs, mature into new individual. They develop that into new individual and they release the eggs, and the eggs will develop into small babies. This type of fertilization or reproduction is called as parthenogenesis. I repeat, parthenogenesis is a unique process. It is a unique process where unfertilized haploid eggs mature into new individual. Ma'am, when this reproduction occurs, does it occurs always? No, ma'am. Males are available. In a beehive, you have drones, you have queen. Drones always helps in the process of fertilization. Okay. Sometimes drones are not available during unfavorable conditions, and or conditions will not be favorable. Only queen bee is left out and their generation may go extinct. To stop that extinction, yes, see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made. To stop that extinction, only females can undergo the process of parthenogenesis, and from unfertilized egg they can reproduce babies, they can reproduce young ones, they can reproduce the offsprings. And if same process is carried in plants, we call it as parthenocarpy. If same process is carried in plants, then we call it as parthenocarpy. Parthenos means again virgin, carpus means fruits, fruits that are formed without seeds. Generally, you know that watermelon have seeds in it, but here you can see there are no seeds in the watermelon. So parthenocarpy can be termed as seedless fruits. This can occur naturally, or it can be induced artificially also. Nowadays what we are doing, we are inducing parthenocarpy in plants and we are producing seedless fruits. In our older days, my grandma used to say that, Arey, we used to eat the grapes, we used to consume it and we used to remove the seeds of it. But oh my God, now see, because of hybridization and many technology and all, you people are nicely consuming the grapes. Your life has become luxurious. We used to have a lot of, pain. Like when you used to grind the thing, we don't used to have the grinder. We don't used to have the cooker, what we are, using. We used to cook on, wood, coal using and all, very, hectic work, hard work. But now the work has become very easier because of science and technology, and because of many other things, like people are becoming literate and they are making new machines which can make our work easier. So here also what they are doing, they are inducing this parthenocarpy artificially, and they are growing most of the plants, most of the fruits, like papaya. Papaya we used to cut and we used to have black seeds in it, but nowadays you cannot see those seeds. That is all because of this technique called as parthenocarpy. It can be induced naturally by natural process, but artificially also nowadays we are doing this parthenocarpy.